Before we go any further, I want to set your mind at ease just a little bit because there's a lot of numbers here, right? 1 through 13. It's crazy. You will never have to worry about some of these numbers. 12, forget it. You will never see like a C12 chord. The 12th is a G, that's also the 5. The 5's part of the triad, so you just never see that. Same thing with this note, the 10. You'll never see a C10 chord. The 10 is the third of the chord, so we don't need to repeat it. It's too important. Same thing with the 8. You'll never see an 8 chord, okay? Same reasoning. The 8 is also the 1, and those are the main notes, the 1, 3, 5. So nobody says 8, 10, 12. We say 1, 3, 5. Okay? But that still does leave you a bunch left over. Now, the 2 and the 9 are the same letter name in any key, all right? In any chord, any key, any scale. The 2 and the 9 are the same tone, but one's higher than the other. That's the only difference between the two. So right now, let's talk about the add 9 chords. Okay. Let's go with a C add 9 chord. So if C is 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you get that note there. So even if you don't know how to read music, you can find it eventually. Okay, so that note, that 9, has to be added to your C chord. All right, so just change this, add this in here, and you're done. Keep the other notes the same. And there you go, C add 9. Wasn't that easy? Let's go G add 9. We got a G here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that note there, that's going to be, you add that to the chord that already exists. And now you got this, but it's pretty hard to finger it. Okay, so most people are going to ignore or mute the A string with the third finger. Just mute the string and you end up with this. Sounds great. There's no need to make it more difficult. Let's go with the E add 9. Okay, so here's E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that note needs to be added to the chord somehow. Well, if I try to keep all the other notes the same, I get that chord. That's an E add 9 chord. It's a beautiful chord. Kind of hard to finger it though. You can go higher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And you have a 9 right there. So let's do our E chord and add on that note. Okay, different voicing, but it has the same meaning and the same name, E add 9. Let's try the D add 9 chord. Well, we're going to start with a D triad or D135 type of a chord. The numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 9 is an open E. For the D add 9, we're going to try to add on that note, the E, but we're also going to try to maintain a third of the chord somewhere. Well, the third of the chord is this note. So how am I going to get this note and this note at the same time? And the answer is right here. The B string, fret 5, that's your E, and then you're going to do the F sharp like that. So here's the fingering for the chord, and that is a really nice D add 9 chord. The next chord we're going to do is A add 9. Well, you got an A chord like this. That's your usual 1, 3, 5 notes. If we count the notes, A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 is a B. So again, just like the D chord, how are we going to include our C sharp, because that's the third of the chord, and the 9 or 2, which is an open string? Well, the answer is pretty much the same answer as the D chord. We're going to put the C sharp here, and we're going to put the B, or the 9 of the chord, on the string right below that. It's the G string, 4th fret. Okay, and now you got this kind of a chord. Okay, it might be a little tricky to finger. Maybe you want to try it like this. Okay, maybe you can mute the bottom string with your thumb, because we don't really want that low E, do we? Okay, kind of a tough one to finger it, but if you can get all those notes, you've got a really nice A add 9 chord. Let's try F add 9. Well, F chord 1, 3, 5 is like that. We're going to add on a 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, it's a G, and it's easy to find, it's easy to finger. Just like that. So this fingering is very convenient for pretty much all of the alphabet. F add 9, F sharp add 9, G add 9, A flat add 9, A add 9, and so forth. B flat add 9, B, C, C sharp, D, E flat. Let's try another one that's not too easy. If we do a B chord, there's more than one way to play a B chord, but none of them are beginner easy chords, in my opinion. So that's one of the ways. But to get an add 9, pretty hard in this position, because to add the 9, it's going to be over here, that C sharp note, and I cannot reach it. I don't know, can you reach that? Try to get all 5 of those notes at once. Pretty tough. So what people like me do is we sacrifice the third of the chord, we take it out, and we do that chord. It's not truly a B add 9, is it? Because we don't even have a third of the chord there. So really it's more like a sus 9 or sus 2, because we have removed the third of the chord. Now if we try to put the root down here, 1, 3, 5, 9, well, that's kind of doable. 1, 3, 5, 9. It's 4 strings, and it's kind of a deep tone, so you're probably not going to use this voicing. And you can make the same kind of argument for all of these chords that are like the A shape, but barred B flat, D flat, E flat. They're all going to have the exact same problem, which is how do you get this and this and this all at the same time? Today's lesson might be summed up like this. When you're talking about add 9 chords, the 2 and the 9 are pretty much the same thing. So there you go. There's a few examples of the add 9 chord. See you next time.